Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. My name is Antika Nasution. I am college student from Mathematics Education Study Program 2019 at State University of Medan. So guys, in the 7th video, I will explain about the topic Pythagorean School of Mathematics. So guys, there are several points that I will explain in this topic. So let's check it out. Okay, the first I will explain about the life history of Pythagoras. Pythagoras was born in 580 BC on the Greek island of Samos. His father was a wealthy merchant named Mensarsus from the city of Tyre, Phoenicia. Now we know the city of Sur entered the territory of Lebanon. Mensarsus was known to be very generous to the people of Samos, so he was awarded the honor of being an honorary citizen of the city of Samos. Pythagoras' mother was of Samos origin named Pythais. Pythagoras' childhood was full of happiness and all his needs were well met. Considering his father was a wealthy merchant, little Pythagoras was then handed over to Creopilus to be given special education. After graduating from Master Creopilus, Pythagoras then studied with Pericles. The second teacher also gave Pythagoras a lot of knowledge about philosophy, mysticism, and mythology. From the teacher Pericles, Pythagoras was referred to meet Master Thales. Pythagoras also followed the lesson given by an Anaximander. An Anaximander learned lesson on geometry and cosmology. It was from an Anaximander that Pythagoras learned about geometry measurements. Promoted by two philosophers, Pythagoras was recommended to deepen his knowledge by studying in Egypt. Pythagoras learned a lot in Egypt. Pythagoras received additional knowledge of arithmetic and music during his exile due to the defeat of the war against Persia. By the magician priest, Pythagoras was advised to go to India. It was to the Hindustani priest that Pythagoras learned the concept of the union of soul. In 520 BC, Pythagoras returned to his ancestral land on the island of Samos. In Samos, Pythagoras tried to establish a school which he called the semicircle. He taught the Virtus to reorganize the city of Samos. After many wanderings and ensuring the safety of himself and his followers, Pythagoras then decided to live in Croton. That's where he and its followers found a college or a kind of pesantren. These were legions to live and live together as one community. Pythagoras married at an old age, about 64 years. The woman he married was young and became a follower of his teaching. Pythagoras' enemies often visit his college in Croton. Even then came the campaign to expel Pythagoras with all his followers. With a happy heart, they left Croton for Metapontion, still in Italian territory. It was in Metapontion that Pythagoras defended his hermitage to the end, until finally Pythagoras died in 475 BC. The second, I will explain about Pythagoras in philosophy. Pythagoras taught that all are numbers. Pythagoras is famous for full teaching on numbers. Pythagoras said without hesitation that God is number. Pythagoras gave a special place to the number 10. He called this number the exalted number. He was interested into the number from the following reason. First, the number was used by the ancient Greeks as a basic for calculation. Then, as the sum of first for positive integer, it represents 3 dimensions with 1 for point, 2 for line, 3 for planes, and 4 for spaces. Then, the last, there are 10 points in the 5-point Pythagorean star. The third, I will explain about Pythagorean philosophy influence in mathematics and daily life. According to Pythagoras, order is created because of the number so that it becomes harmonious and balanced. The influence of the Pythagorean philosophical teaching also reached some Muslims who lack knowledge of Islam. For example, in the life of the majority of the Muslim community, there are still many who consider certain numbers sacred. For example, there are those who consider the number 7, 13, 40, etc. to be sacred. They believe that this number can have an influence in life, both positive and negative influences. In Indonesia, in particular, some people still believe in the calculation of good and bad days when they want to carry out a purpose. All days, according to them, have a certain number code. For example, there are people who want to hold a wedding celebration. They will calculate the number from the birthday of the prospective groom and bride. And in some other religions such as Buddhism, Taoism, and etc., and the school of belief in this number do dominate their lives. Everything is calculated with number and angles. So the theory of Feng Shui or Hong Shui was born. Belief in this number also gave birth to a model of fortune telling with CEO, which is the calculation of a person's fate based on the date, month, and year, which are also symbolized by number. Pythagoras believed that non-element numbers such as air and water were widely believed to be elements of all matter. The fourth, I will explain about history of Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem was named by the ancient Greek mathematician Pythagoras, who is considered to be first to provide a proof of this theorem. But you know, Pythagoras is not the first person who found Pythagoras theorem. But it is possible that Pythagoras was the first to introduce this concept to the Greeks. Nevertheless, the name Pythagoras has been believed to be a suitable name from this theorem. Besides that, we know the Pythagorean theorem that we know today is different from the statement of the Pythagorean theorem when Pythagoras lived in ancient Greece. The Pythagorean theorem as we know today as modern Pythagorean theorem we interpret as a long relation of the side of a right triangle. But in reality, when Pythagoras was still alive, the theorem was not interpreted that way. Pythagoras himself interpreted the theorem not as a relation of the side of a right triangle, but a relation between the area of a square or square from on each side of a right triangle. Okay guys, in the 5 I will explain about the proof of Pythagoras theorem. Start with 4 copies of the congruent triangle as shown in the image beside. The triangle have been rotated 90-degree angle, 180-degree angle, and 270-degree angle respectively. Each triangle has an area of AB, A multiply B, divide 2. Place the 4th triangle without additional rotation to form a square with side C. So it will look like this in the picture. Then we know this square has a square as a square hole with side A minus B. It can be concluded that the area, the square of A minus B square, 2AB of 4 triangle, for AB divide 2. So we get C square equals to A minus B square plus 2AB, and C square equals to A square minus 2AB plus B square plus 2AB. C square equals to A square plus B square. Okay guys, I think that's enough about my explanation in this video about Pythagorean School of Mathematics. If you have any question, criticism or suggestion, you can write in the comment column. And don't forget to like and subscribe and get the notification bell to get several videos in the topic of history mathematics. Okay guys, see you next time. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.